Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more EU4, Anbennar playing as the Kingdom of Lorent. Oh, BKB. So what are we working on next? Well, apparently we're trading in dies, that's fun. You are allied to Gwed, which means I can't easily kill you unless I want to kill Lassie, and I'm trying to think of ways that I can continue to expand, possibly vassalize some new people. How many relationship slots do I have available at the moment? None. So we're going to have to ignore that. Military access with Salarin. I did kind of enforce that. I don't actually need military access, so I'm okay with canceling that. That was just to get War Score to force these guys to not join any sort of a coalition going forward, since the Emperor is currently capable, and I don't really like that. Let's see. Now, one thing I want to know, if I did try to conquer Lassian... Yes, okay, so if I wanted to conquer Lassian and release them as a vassal to reset their aggressive expansion, I would have to give them 2 cores, which I'm not a fan of. What you could do, of course, is conquer them, right, and then force vassalize them in the war. However, they're going to have a huge opinion malice with you for a very long time. It is usually better to simply eat them. What the heck is happening here? Whee! This guy's going real fast. What you usually want to do, though, conquer them and then release them, and that resets things. Look at these guys go. Freaking heck, something broke. Man alive, that is the best trader ever. Oh, it just comes to an abrupt freaking stop. Weird. Okay, anyway. That sort of thing can happen on these custom maps, I suppose. It's just kind of funny. Right, anyway. So right now we're trying to finish up this war with Duran. Probably not going to have a chance to eat them because of the coalition, blah, blah, blah. Irritating, but oh well, what can you do? I just want to make sure that they don't join anything against me. We'll need to start setting up some troops to go somewhere else. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and reduce my army maintenance. No reason to be paying for all this right now. I assume we are not over any sort of force limit. No, we're not. So it shouldn't be costing me as much as it is. I'm really shocked at how expensive everything is turning out to be right now. Spend a bit of money to make some more money in the form of churches. I just need income. That's all that I need is tons and tons and tons of income. We could dismantle some forts. And since we're only playing against the AI, that might be fine. But it's kind of hard for me to justify getting rid of forts. I like keeping high army tradition. I like having some defensiveness, especially against someone like Gwed, who actually is a major threat. So, I don't know. I mean, I know that people say, oh, forts are stupid. Okay, yes, there's compelling mathematical evidence to say that forts are dumb. Got it. However, I don't care. I remember back in the day when I was first learning some EU4 and we did our Russia campaign. Right, that was fun in and of itself. But like part of my goal was to see how high I could stack up army tradition, and getting it up to 100 like at all times was like having Elan for Russia for the entire game. It was like really strong if you stacked up a lot of army tradition modifiers, which you can easily do with Russia. So it was kind of fun in that way, but I don't know. I'm fully willing to acknowledge it's probably not that good. All right, so we can get a claim on the last little bit right here. At least we should be able to. Boom. Okay, so you are done. Military access, sure, go ahead, do what you want, I don't care. I'm going to save up for the admin tech rather than the idea, at least for the moment. Still waiting on our little vassal to finish up their job over there. Let's improve relations with, I guess, outraged countries for a bit. Couple of them, preferably. Let's go ahead and pull you back, and that should be the end of Duran. So the question now is, what could I take? Now, I don't want them to break up the alliance, because it's an easy way for me to get to war with Salaran without attacking the Emperor. Also, I don't want the Emperor, like, eating them instead. So I don't want to do that. As far as war score, like, I could take their capital. That actually isn't a huge impact. That's not too bad. No, that really is doable. I could handle that. If I took everything you had, that would be too much. And even then, that's not the worst I've ever seen. But I think I'm okay with leaving a couple of provinces. I definitely would like to take that capital that I had a claim on. It cost me no diplomatic points. I could do the war score, but that again gets me a fair bit of aggressive expansion. I would like you to transfer your trade power to me, give me your war reps, and give me some money. And then revoke a core so that I don't have any problems with you there. That seems okay. Again, that's another 9 years of truce, so it staggers things up a little bit. And now I can peace out. Okay, hey, no, that was actually better than I was expecting. I didn't think I was going to gain any land there. Okay, so if I want to release... Let's go ahead and slow down to speed 2 and just keep things running. If I want to release a nation, I should be able to. It was... these guys. They would receive 2 provinces, Wineport and Fox Alley. Perfect enough for me, though. So let's go ahead and do that. Am I over relationship limits? No, I am not. Perfect. So we have a new vassal. And these guys, working for me, have several cores that I can feed them against the Emperor. Makes them a very valuable subject. I'm quite satisfied with that arrangement. Let's go ahead and core Duran, since that is going to be a proper state for me anyway. Let's go ahead and pull back with my leaders. Don't need any of that going on right now. We're not going to be drilling any armies because I just don't see the point. And let's go ahead and continue improving relations with outraged countries. Make sure there's no risk of coalitions. You guys, I don't know where you want to go. Head down here. Probably fine. How are we doing in terms of trade? We can afford to get 1 more trade ship, so we will. Looking at 55% control right now in the Bay of Wines. We are collecting 23.6 ducats in total. That's okay. Can't really do edicts in any more states with a huge effect, so I'm going to ignore the rest of that. Are there any edicts I want to do in places like this, though? Manpower modifier, missionary strength, trade power, defensiveness, autonomy change. Autonomy change isn't the worst idea. Do we have stuff with high autonomy? I think the answer was yes, at least somewhere. No, these places already used up all their autonomy. We've actually burned down most of the autonomy in our states already. Except for perhaps in this area. I could benefit a little bit from a short-term edict. So let's go for a centralization effort. Yeah, it increases my state maintenance and cost me some money there, but we'll be able to get our money and manpower out of there a little bit faster. So that works. You guys don't really need to be here. I'm going to go ahead and transfer you guys over here if possible. These transports do not need to be mothballed. Yes, use those too. That's why they exist. You are still colonizing and doing quite well. Happy with that. I assume that you are still receiving subsidies from me. Yes, you are. What else should we build? We can build for some production. Sure, why not? Another 0.14 ducats makes sense. Let's go to speed 3. Let's see. We are taking attrition. I need to be a little bit cautious about that. I wouldn't mind fighting Venale at some point. Just because I don't want a colonial neighbor to continue getting too strong. Especially since it looks like they actually are about to create a new colonial nation down over here. And it is potentially dangerous. They are moon elves. Oh no, I died. Did I die because I was studying magic? I didn't even get to increase my skills. Dang it all. Fine. What do we want? I don't think I need legitimacy right now. Well, I say that. Hang on. We have a magical, powerful mage here with our prince. He's age 9. Our legitimacy is currently going down. I think if we do a deity with legitimacy, that's not a big impact on legitimacy. It's not a huge deal. What would I want then? Maneuver, relations, prestige decay, construction time. I guess tax efficiency and tax modifier. For a few years, let's just start making some serious money. I certainly assume that this is going to flip once we have a new official leader. So sure. Money. Use that money to go ahead and just keep building new stuff. Right? Let's see. We are slowly rooting out corruption. Not as fast as I was expecting, and part of that's because we still haven't got the admin tech. Clergy. Can I do anything with you? Can seek support. Funding research is expensive as heck. Merchant guilds, monopoly charters, New World. Duran broke their alliance. That's not what I wanted to see, but okay. Daye. Demand military support for power. That would be fun. I need to do a general first, though. And then I'll demand it. You'll be a little disloyal, but not for very long. And in the meantime, I get a lot more power out of that arrangement. We can go ahead and finish up Colonial Empire, which gives me Naval Force Limit Modifier, as well as the fabricating claims in colonial regions. Also, we unlocked a new policy, the Letter of Marque, which is privateer efficiency and ship durability, which I don't really care about. So, forget that. Boring. Well, sucks losing the mage. Okay. Still need to save it for this tech. We can switch over to a admin focus, and I think I will, because we have admin ideas and technology to get through. And we're getting close to having another colonist, by the way. So what is my ship looking like now? Oh, yeah, I can get a lot more ships. Let's go for that. Spend money, get some trade ships going. Free policy available. Ugh, there's just no point. I'm never going to use the privateer efficiency. Ship durability I don't care about either. No, I'm just going to hold on to this, and we can do something with it another day. But for now, I just do not see the point. Okay, 53% control here is just not quite good enough. Why is the game running slow again? There we go. How are we doing with these? High Lorentish. We are going to be producing some tea. And we don't know what else. One of the things I've always liked about the colonial game, it's really fun just finding out what new trade goods you're going to get. I mean, I know that's kind of a silly thing to, like, enjoy, but I legitimately do enjoy finding out, like, what kind of cool trade goods am I going to get? I'm going to become a tea empire, you know? I mean, literally empires were built around that. You want to know what led to things like the Opium Wars and the foundation of Hong Kong and stuff? It had a heck of a lot to do with just importing tea. Hey, the Age of Green Tide is going to end in 121 months. Castellos is dead. What? Pamphlets spread around Cannor like wildfire of the recent discovery in Alantir. Castellos, the ruling god of the Regent Court, is dead. The findings say that he sacrificed himself long ago to contain the ruin of Alantir that caused the Day of Ashen Skies. For all these years, the Regent Court has been led by a dead god. Many questions have risen, and various clerics of the Pantheon offer different answers, but one thing is certain. This will be one of the many secrets unearthed by the rediscovery of Alantir. Castellos is no longer available as a deity. He's been dead. We lose 2 stability. Ouch! Ouch! That hurts. What is this? Marhold, the Coronite Proclamation. Many questions have risen with the recent revelation that Castellos, the ruling deity of the Regent Court, is dead. When exactly did he die? Can the texts in Alantir be verified? Who will lead the Regent Court now? Traditionalists attempt to keep the peace and say that Adian, Castellos' son and rightful heir, will rise up and take his father's place. However, many of those who suffered under the Green Tide claim that it was the Regent Court's neglect that led to the destruction of Escan and Castellir, and a clear sign that if Castellos was alive and the gods were capable, that the Green Tide would have been averted, and that Castellos would have protected his patron kingdom like he did in aeons past. The rising popularity of the recent ascended god of war, Corin, the heroine of the Green Tide, has called for her divine succession onto the regent throne through her links as the de facto successor of Agrigdos, Castellos' deceased brother. Good lord, this is wordy and has so many names that are just nonsense to me. The Coronites in Marhold dispute that while Idaean may be a noble and chivalric god, his time under Castellos' tutelage has made him conservative, hidebound, and ultimately unable to defend the realm against his many external threats, and that the present system of divine regency is but a poor excuse for the weak and unjust rulers to retain their power and ignore the monsters and tyrants lurking beyond their borders. Coronite is now enabled as a religion. The religion in Marhold changes to Coronite, becomes a center of reformation, religious zeal. Okay, so let's see. I could swap religions to Coronite and get a center of reformation. Morale of armies plus 10%? Ooh. As opposed to tolerance. Screw tolerance! I want to become a Coronite! I can't. I need stability. Gosh! Okay. This is going to cost me... This is going to cost me my, This is going to cost me all my admin power. But screw it. I want to convert. It'd be fun. Convert to Coronite. Done. Alright. We are now Coronite. Now is the time to be spending my missionary power to convert people. Let's take a look at the religion over here. So there's my center of reformation right there. Who else got it? Apparently one way over here. Way over here in, like, the Green Tide stuff. Okay, well, I guess understandable. It would start here. But yeah, so now we're religious heretics. I don't know. It seems fun. I don't know exactly if this is the right decision, but I know that 10% morale of armies is freaking awesome. Oh, by the way, we also get a ton of money for doing that. I forgot. Perfect. Let's just build some more stuff, get more money. Trade power? Sure. Manufactories. Let's build at least one. I think that's worthwhile. So, once again, though, we are losing a lot of money. We may find ourselves taking some loans in the future. Can afford to root out a little less corruption at the moment. Nope, it's going up because what? Overextension. It's not even that much overextension. Whatever. Religious unity is terrible right now, but hopefully we can convert very quickly. What is this? Okay, hang on. Policy. Monthly change fervor points. So what is this? How is this now going to work? So our tolerance right now is 3.8. We have a low tolerance of heretics and very low of heathens. Fervent focus on trade is disabled. Enabling fervent focus on trade will cost 5 points of fervor and will then withdraw the same amount of points each month while having it enabled. It gives the following effect: trade efficiency and global trade power. Wow, okay. So every month we are gaining 3.74. This goes up from having loyal clergy, being at peace, and I guess high religious unity. So the more fervor we have, the more I can keep one of these going. We have a focus on war, another 10% morale of armies, my god, and stability, national unrest, and diplomatic reputation. All of that seems quite good. Okay. Could focus on some stability. Right now, the rebels are not much of a threat. I think I'm going to save up some fervor points, but that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Okay. Cool. Why am I still losing so much money? I'm just constantly bleeding money right now. I know I have, like, colonial maintenance up there. I guess I could lower that, but I want to colonize. Okay, we have some Center of Reformation stuff. The more we are converting, the better. Did that give me extra fervor points? Like, I'd like to know. I guess prestige is an important factor as well. So if I'm at peace with high religious unity and high prestige with loyal clergy, maybe that's how you can keep one of these going permanently? Maybe. Either way, though, the Center of Reformation is going to be doing its thing. It should convert very, very quickly. I don't know. This is cool. I like seeing that there's different religions and stuff going on. It's interesting. All right, let's speed things up a little bit. So I do think that we still want to conquer these little guys. And this should be, like, really easy to do. Of course, it's going to cost me a freaking ton of money to do that. Good God, look at that. Do I just have, like, some serious reinforcement problems? I shouldn't be having this many reinforcement problems. No, that's not even reinforcement. It's just that expensive of a dang military. And I don't have any mercs, right? No, I don't have any mercs. It's just that expensive. Good grief. I may have to start disbanding some troops, which is weird, but I think that that's the right thing to do here. We don't need this many troops. I still do want to keep some cannons around. But I think what I need to do is probably take at least a couple of cavalry. And maybe a couple of infantry here and disband you. And then something similar here. Way too many infantry, I think. So you are 10, 6, and 5 right now. I think I just have to take a bunch of infantry here. It's weird to do that. I don't usually disband troops, but I think that's the only option. And then how are we looking over here? These guys have too many cavalry, I think. And a couple more infantry than I need. It's not enough to solve my problems, but it helps, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and declare a war over here. Get a guy back. This is a very easy thing for me to do. Just grab a couple of quick provinces. We'll work toward getting a new colonial nation. I may have to cancel my subsidies, since right now we are losing money there. Let's go to speed 5. I'm gonna have to take a loan almost certainly. Continue not colonizing. Continue converting as quickly as we can. Money. Money. Trade in Sorn Bay, absolutely. Colonial expansion, 200 settlers. Well, I can't really afford the maintenance on another colony, so I'm going to have to say no to Manitoba as much as I would like to have this. And we're just going to have to speed up in Winnipeg. Okay. These troops should be able to quickly stomp on this, and then we will pull back on our maintenance. You need only 3. Fine. Let's take all of you. Back it up. Reduce maintenance. Try to save some money. You guys can go and dock up. Okay. What are you? A single trade ship that got lost. Don't ask me how it happened. It just did. Protect trade. Bay of Wines. Fine. Now, my other question is, do we want to instead go and protect trade somewhere else? Further upstream? No. It's all flowing in one direction anyway. We just want to have as much control here as we can. Any other missions we can fulfill? The answer to that appears to be no. How are we doing in terms of religion? It is spreading. The statesman leaves my court or lose prestige. Am I using a statesman right now? Master of Mint, yes. A cheap one, by the way. I would save a lot of money by getting rid of one of these advisors. I like having the Diplo power, but... Okay, we're going to go ahead and fire you. We're going to get the trade efficiency guy instead. And that is enough to start making a profit again. Okay, we finished the siege. Good. Sue for peace. Take your land. Take all your money. This could cause a coalition. It apparently surprisingly gives aggressive expansion really far away. I honestly don't understand how it's doing that, but it is. It's so far away that you'd think no one would notice. It's almost as if they are scrutinizing me, looking for an excuse to be angry. Or something. Alright, let's go ahead and consolidate regiments. Let's get rid of the one who's weak. Disband you so I don't have to reinforce. And then, we're going to need to leave people over here, unfortunately. Yeah. We have Laurentish nobles. Winnipeg is done. Okay. So now we just need to finish up one more province and we can have a colonial nation. Oh, that's why we're having issues. Pearl's Edge is right here. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up a presence right here on this island so we can contest with Pearl's Edge in the future. Gwed declares war on Blue Scale, the kobolds. All right. You're producing cotton now. How are we doing in terms of trade goods that are transferring? Not a lot. It is coming out, but it's kind of spreading between a lot of different trade regions. Some money is transferring out here. It's just because we have nothing, like, really controlling this area. We're actually spreading this out, I just realized, between 2 different trade nodes, which is interesting. Huh. Nobody is steering this in direction that I care about. Weird. Well, alright. We have another merchant, though. I guess I should use that. We can fix some of where things are going. If we were to, for example, say go here, transfer trade power, and let's make sure it is going in the right direction. We can deny some people further downstream from getting anything. And all this is now going to go down here, and we get a little bit of extra downstream trade power. Alternatively, would it be better to do caravan power? No, we're already doing that here. Nothing to gain here. And there's no upstream node that we care about. Yeah, caravan power in this area of the world is apparently not very good. Like, a lot of the money is coming from the east and flowing directly into the bay, but not a lot going where I want it. Which is kind of awkward. But okay. Point 13, sure, for Okinawa. Continue making our vassals a slight bit better. See, unrest-wise, we are struggling a little bit. I am going to have to fight a bunch of guys pretty soon. Yeah, there are a fair number of problems. We have high fervor. Okay, we need to spend this on something. Let's go for stability. So it's reducing my monthly change right here by 1.15. This is slightly improving by prestige, but that's it. But this should improve stability a little bit, and maybe pretty soon we can actually get rid of some of these rebels. Especially if I can get rid of this overextension. And get more religious unity, actually. Religious unity would be very helpful as well. New ideas? Nope, still gotta wait for that tech. Shipbuilding problems. Ah, alright, fine. Mage school has been built. Something comes under the control of the mages, increasing their influence and gain base tax. One base tax and gaining 25% autonomy in a region is probably not worth it. Especially when it's a really good province like this that is part of my states. I think I have to say no. And that is going to cause some unrest issues, but this is too valuable, I think, at 0% autonomy for me to justify that. This province down here has still got some autonomy going, so I'm going to leave the edict going as is. We still have the local trade power going in our capital region, which is perfectly fine. Okay, I'm going to slow down for a second so I can think. More stuff to construct? Sure. I guess, actually no, I don't want to do that. Cancel that. Save my money. 0.09. 0.09. 4.08. 0.2. That's worth a lot. Yes. That's one of the cool things, actually, about the state houses and the legal system, the courthouses. There we go. Because it does affect the state maintenance, including once you have those edicts. So it can translate into saving you a fair bit of money. This is not going to matter too much. Feudal de jure law, I suppose, is one way to spend some money to get rid of the unrest. Claims bordering claims, cavalry to infantry ratio, combat bonus. I guess we'll go for feudal de jure law. I could use that to get rid of some of these. Some of them. We need to go ahead and increase our army maintenance. Because of course we do. Alright, let's reduce our colonial maintenance for a little bit. I know that I need to have these troops ready to go. Because we're about to have some stupid rebels doing what they do best. And rocking the boat. Again. There they are. Wow, 35,000. That is a lot. I guess I didn't disable my forts, did I? That's one way of saving some money. Who's this? Busalar? Okay, we have somebody else who's trying to get on the colonial game. For you, I need to cancel the subsidies. Let's save some money doing that now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mothball my forts, except for you. Wait. Yes. Let's go ahead and get those going. A general died, because of course he did. Alright, fine. New one. Okay, a 4-4 is pretty decent, honestly. I'll take it. Sure. Rush of merchants, trade efficiency, or taxes? Well, I am pretty even, honestly, in what we make, so I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the taxes. But they're pretty equivalent. Alright, troops are in position. We can handle 35,000. We do have probably... Yeah, urban is a terrible place to fight. We're going to take it anyway. We have overwhelming numbers. We should be able to win this easily. There we go. Yeah, that cost me basically nothing. Alright, some more conversions. Keep going, don't stop. How are we doing with religion? We're getting there. Making some progress. Did anyone else pick up a center of reformation? Yes, there's one way over here. Wow, I am, like, freaking isolated as heck. Sure, royal marriage to my vassal seems perfectly reasonable. Okay, well, I like the idea of getting another colonist, it's just we can't afford it right now. Let's go ahead and turn off the fort. We can... Do we want to reduce army maintenance? I guess we could actually try to put down some rebels. By doing this... we can make sure that there's not a lot of issues here. You guys are going to move over here. And actually, we need to go ahead and increase your maintenance because there are some rebels. More than I can put down, currently. We can stop these guys from firing. Yeah, I can stop all of this. Can't quite do this much, though. Still, let's go ahead and accept. New settlement. Base tax. Now, at least while the Age of Green Tide is going on, every time we colonize... Who's this? Vern. We have more people colonizing. Every time we are colonizing, we should be getting extra development in these provinces, so that helps. Definitely makes my colonial nations a little bit stronger. How are we doing over here? This is going to be a little while still, only making 26 per year. Yikes. Yeah, there are a lot of people now trying to colonize. We have some serious competition. I approve. Means we're going to have opportunities for some serious colonial warfare. Yay! Let's root out some of that corruption. And we can afford to reduce army expenses a little tiny bit. And I think we still can reduce a lot of the unrest. So we're okay right now. More people converted. Keep doing it. Keep going. Don't stop. This is nice. This is great. We're going to have a really awesome holy empire. If I had religious ideas, I could use it to attack literally anybody with impunity. Finally, textiles manufactories are done. We are ahead of time. That is going to continue reducing my corruption, and it should be bringing in some additional production efficiency, which means more money. Okay, now I feel like we can comfortably continue focusing on our expansion ideas. All right, we're going to end this video here, but thank you all very much for watching. Gwed, by the way, I just realized took a lot of land from Blue Scale, so that's scary. Blech. All right, anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I, as always, will see you guys next time.